Hey guys, welcome back. So this is going to be part 2 of my collective books from Goodwill and Salvation Army stores. So now look at what I found at my Salvation Army. This was from Salvation Army. This is Ta-Nehisi Quotes Between the World and Me. And actually, I think this is going to be my first book review that I'm going to do on my channel. So I am looking forward to bringing that to you guys. This is an excellent, excellent book, a must read, as Toni Morrison says. Ta-Nehisi Quotes, definitely, I do think I can agree with her, Toni Morrison's assertion that he is the James Baldwin of our time, of our cultural time. And I think that is not putting it too high. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that review. But can you believe, this is what I'm trying to say to you guys, that you can find treasures like this at your Goodwill and Salvation Army stores. You have to arm yourself with patience. You got to go with a plan in mind. I usually have a list of books that I am looking to purchase, and or some authors that I'm looking to discover. So I usually do like to go with a plan. And so, you know, you could have an idea of what you're looking for. But yeah, these are some of the treasures that you can find. All right, this book is My Beloved World, and this is from Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor. And so I love, again, reading memoirs, biographies, and I am definitely looking forward to, she's the first Hispanic and third appointed to the United States Supreme Court. So I am definitely looking forward to hearing about her journey. I'm sure she's going to talk about, excuse me, her ascension to her position. See, I can't shake this cold. I've been coughing like this from last week. It's crazy. All right. One of my favorite authors, B.B. Moore Campbell. May she rest in peace. This is Sweet Summer, Growing Up With and Without My Dad. Oh, this sounds so interesting. Yeah. And of course we have, speaking of James Baldwin, we have the iconic man himself. To find a James Baldwin book in Goodwill, I'm sorry, Goodwill is just amazing. This is Giovannis Room. I did start reading it. I like to read multiple books at a time. Goodness gracious. I was just fine before I started recording. As soon as I start talking. So yes, I am looking forward to finishing this book and bringing a review to you guys on this. And he is also an author that I am collecting his books. I think I only have a couple more books to get. Now, Oprah had an event some years ago. I'm thinking it was 2005, where she had a gala to recognize and say thank you to prominent African-American women who have left an indelible mark on our society, on us as a people, and on Oprah herself. And there was a poem that was written by Pearl Cleage, and it was performed by, she had the younger sisters that came to pay homage to the seasoned elders, and they actually had to perform that poem of Pearl Cleage, and it was entitled We Speak Your Names. So This is actually the poem from that event that Oprah held. If you can watch that gala, that event, I would highly encourage you to do so. I actually videotaped it, and every now and then when I kind of need a pick-me-upper, I will go and I'll watch it, and I'll just get re-energized and just get a renewal of spirit and self. And yeah, so I'd encourage you to do that. But yeah, see, again, look at this. This is a treasure piece here. All right, next book is What Would Martin Say? And it's from Clarence B. Jones. And let me see, what does this says here? What Would Martin Say never flinches, a service to King's legacy, lifting the layers of oversimplifying myth and legend to reveal a deeper, more complex man. Yeah, I would love to get into his thoughts and opinions of what he thought about a lot of what was going on around him. Blacks, Rednecks, and White Liberals. Interesting title by Thomas Sowell. His work covers almost every subject imaginable: race, economics, ethnic groups, immigration patterns, just to name a few. So I love books like this. Then totally off script here. I am not a Harry Potter fan. Again, it's a genre. It just doesn't interest me. My daughters love it, especially my youngest daughter. But I saw this. This is definitely not of that dynasty, Harry Potter dynasty. It's called The Casual Vacancy. So I thought I'd check it out. Good Girl, Bad Girl, an interest biography of Whitney Houston. So I'm sure, as you know, there's been many books written about her, and I said, let me hear what these authors had to say about, you know, whatever it is that they had experienced with her. A nice picture of her and Bobby at the back. Rest in peace, beautiful lady. The $1 Trillion Conspiracy. Isn't that a beautiful book? Well, I think it is. Yeah. By Jim Marrs. How the New World Order, man-made diseases, and zombie ranks are destroying America. Very interesting. All right, looking forward to getting to this. So this one is The Mentor Leader by Tony Dungy. I believe he's a sports coach. Football. He's a football winning coach. I believe he is quite famous in that circle, and he writes motivational books. So I'm looking forward to getting to this one. Miss Jennifer Hudson, I got this. I'm so proud of her transformation once she became and got into the new platform that she's in. I follow her. I love her her humility towards all that she's been able to attain, and I am a big fan and continually rooting for her success. So can't wait to read about her ascension to how she's gotten to where she's at. As I said, I'm challenging myself to read different genres. So this is the infamous The Girl on the Train. This is quite popular on BookTube. So I said I might get into this so I can have something to say, you know, on this. All right, this is called Bling, and by Erica Kennedy. And what did this say? A small town girl and her ascension into the hip hop scene. And she gets with a music mogul determined to make her a star. So that sounds pretty fun, and there's some drama. I'm sure lots of drama up in here. So sometimes I got to get away from all the intellectual, serious stuff and, get into the more creative, fun stuff. Okay. Infidel. This also is a popular book on YouTube, on BookTube, sorry. It says here, Ayaan Hirsi Ali is one of Europe's most controversial political figures and a target for terrorists. A notably enigmatic personality whose fierce criticism of Islam have made her a darling of conservatives and popular with leftists, soft-spoken but passionate. So, yeah, this looks very interesting. Angela's Ashes. I heard that this was a really good book. And it's a movie as well by Frank McCourt. Outliers. I have been told the story of success, that this is definitely a book that everyone should read. So, yeah. I am always intrigued to read about books that can help me to become more successful with the right tools and resources. And so I am looking forward to, and again, look at the condition of these books that I find that are like, some of them I've gotten for $1 at Goodwill and the Salvation Army. And they are like next to new, like, some of them are written up, but a lot of them are just like in new condition. Like, just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay. Something more excavating your authentic self by Sarah Ben Brethnick, author of Simple Abundance. I love books like this. Loves self-help books. Oh, look how the inside, look at that. That's just pretty. That is just gorgeous. Oops, right in there. Gorgeous. The power of positive thinking. Love topics like this. I deal with teenagers and the millennial demographics. So we talk a lot about this. The Road Less Traveled, I have, and Beyond. I have the original, The Road Less Traveled, so I was glad to get its companion piece. Spiritual Growth. Oh, yes, this is so fitting. Spiritual Growth in an Age of Anxiety. This is exactly a timely book. I think I am actually going to crack this open. I think definitely there's a lot of people experiencing anxiety, and there's a lot going on in our world today. So I'm looking forward to getting some tips and, ideas how to navigate through that. Because I said a lot of the students I deal with are dealing with anxiety. Mr. T.D. Jakes, Reposition Yourself. He is another author that I am collecting his books. I just have a couple of his books, so I was happy to find this one. Living Life Without Limits. That's a very handsome picture of Mr. Jakes, Bishop Jakes. Keep looking at the wrong place. Now, I would advise everyone to get their hands on this book. The Road to Character by David Brooks. This is actually my second copy. The first one I bought, I pre-ordered it from Amazon. When I got it, I selected the big print, even though I feel like sometimes that's the print I really need to have. But it was just too distracting. So I was so happy when I came across another book, and this one, as you can see, has regular print, so I can definitely enjoy this. But I'm all about character building. I'm all about improving the self, fixing things that needs to be improved, or working on what I already do well and making it better. So I'm all about, learning and finding out how to not only, use my best character traits, but also how to influence others to do the same, especially our young people. A lot of the problems that they are exhibiting today is because it's a lack of character. The character development is deficient and or void, not only in our young people, but in a lot of adults. So if you can get your hands on this, this is a really good book. And again, say like new, like I think I paid $2 for this. This is Breaking Ground, My Life in Medicine by Dr. Lewis W. Sullivan. Just got this book. So I am looking forward to reading about this man. The forward is by Ambassador Andrew Young too. So, oh, and look at his bookshelf. I love bookshelves. I will be doing a bookshelf tour one of these days. I'm still working on my library, but I love bookshelves. I love. So, okay. And another Whitney Houston book. I picked this one up today at Goodwill. This is Whitney Houston, The Voice, the Music, the Inspiration. And this is someone, if I read in the flap, that was a producer, one of her producers. This is their account of their time or experience with Miss Whitney Houston. This is how I remember her. Just so beautiful. Okay, something. Okay, I got to cut this one off now, and I'll come back with, I think it should be my last one.